Alright, so this is a video on music artists being sold a lie. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to get at is music artists are being sold a lie, essentially. In 2024, YouTube is full of shovel salesmen. In 2024, YouTube is full of people trying to strike gold. There's been a lot of like growth coaches and people cornering their kind of new niche where they're gonna sell you how to sell. Essentially, they're gonna tell you how to sell. That's their thing. They tell you how to be successful, which is kind of ironic because if they knew the answers, they probably wouldn't be selling you the shovels. So, like I said, you'll see tons of videos like the secret to growth. You'll see channels like advertising like how to quit your 9 to 5.
I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
You're just not gonna go?
And niche up and combine your unique skill sets to create your own cornered niche and niche. Hope I'm not pissing somebody off saying that. Most of the creators made their money telling you how to make money, which is kind of ironic because I feel like maybe I'm actually doing that right now. Yeah, I'm here to tell you it's all BS. It's all BS. It's all BS. It's all BS. Oh, it's all BS. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, so most of these creators like make their money telling you how to make money, which doesn't make sense because I feel like if they knew the answers, they wouldn't be like going full in on a channel telling you how to make money. They would be out making the money themselves. I mean, I guess that's not to say that some of them don't enjoy like just making marketing videos. I'm sure there's probably some out there that do that, but I'm just talking like a few that I've seen. It kind of reminds me of like this age-old thing where it kind of dates back to like 1949 and the gold miners and the gold rush, and kind of like where I think the phrase selling shovels kind of originated from, because it's like it's a lot harder and more lucrative to go out and stake a claim and try to mine for gold than it is just to sell the shovels. Like, you're guaranteed to make money if you sell shovels, so everybody sells the shovels now. It's just entire internet is chock full of shovel salesmen now. I don't know what happened, but yeah, the internet kind of sucks, doesn't it? Like, the internet maybe wasn't such a great idea for people's well-being and mental state. What a surprise.
Can I stay?
No.
I've been creating videos and making art through various YouTube concepts and channels since like 2014. I know it's not that easy. If it was that easy, they wouldn't have made the channel trying to like be the hub to sell you the info. They'd be out doing it, making money on it. They wouldn't be selling their secrets or like giving them out for free. It's kind of just like YouTube has made the age-old trade of grifting artists widely prominent, accessible, and easier than ever. If you're like me and you're kind of tired of being advertised to you like a mindless drone, a mindless hive mind drone, I'm gonna say something that might piss some people off, but YouTube was never meant to be a full-time job. That's kind of something that just kind of happened as like an opportunistic thing. We get so many people, like, I feel like there's so many creators that were able to kind of strike gold, and then they got like basically tied down to their claim and they can't leave. And as a result, you get all this content where it's like people just trying to get from video to video, from week to week. Like, they don't really want to be making it, but since they have to, like, that's their career, they've squeezed all the fun out of it. It's completely ruined for them. Like, now they just take the low-hanging fruit gigs, or just, you know, try to say like, oh, I do this because that way it supports what I really want to do. And it's like, well, you know, you could just go back and get a job, but that's not to hate on like Patreon people or things like that, but you know what I mean. The specific few types who their entire channel is revolved around selling something every other video. Like, I know a lot of you guys are probably interested in like a $30,000 vocal chain. I'm sure most of you guys probably have lots of money like that from your high school minimum wage job. So I'm sure most of you guys are in that 0.5% that would ever be able to afford that, or don't already have something like that in their multi-million-dollar studio. Yeah, sounds like a trap for any artist, musicians especially. Does anybody remember what happened to like Elvis or like Michael Jackson or like some of the greatest artists of all time. Like they're just objectively amazing artists because of what they've done, what they've sold. They're all financially exploited at some point, and it's like, here's what happens: they sell you the dream, they take the bait, the label, whatever, bleeds them dry. They try to take full control over what you put out. Artist is left hating what they love. They don't want nothing to do with it. They've lost their whole sense of identity. Their soul's been sucked dry. There's nothing left of their essence of who they are. Once they don't print anymore, the corporate entity just kicks them to the curb, and then they move on to the next money printer.
Welcome to my kitchen.
It's an age-old tale. It's an age-old thing. It's nothing new. It just simply has pivoted into this new landscape of online marketing and stuff. And if anything, it's like way easier now to brainwash way more people and exploit way more people. It's just disgusting. And we've hit a point where all artists are creators, but not all creators are artists. So 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to become one of those big YouTube channels and rake in tons of subs, fortune, fame, fake internet clout, and all that good stuff that nobody really needs in their life. That is just a product of the internet and is now things that we shouldn't have to worry about, but now we have to worry about for some reason, which is great. To be a person living in a log cabin in the 1940s. Well, wait, when did they come out with the cure for... Basically, I had spent hours and hours and countless nights, perfecting my craft. I have so many memories of nights where I was up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning creating videos to upload that would literally get less than 50 views, and it's like insane to me.
Skill issue.
How... Like, I just always knew if I had more subs, if I had more people watching me, like, that thing would be an absolute smash of a hit. And it just doesn't work like that. I went above and beyond to stand out. I was uploading video after video, like really playing the game and just trying to make this thing happen. And then crickets chirping. To put it short, I basically lost my passion for years, and that really sucked. I hated filmmaking. I hated making videos. I hated touching... I wouldn't even touch a camera. I basically avoided anything video creation related. Like, if I got on YouTube, I would literally just watch, like Shroud or just, like, somebody play video games, because that's what I was doing. I was basically just wasting all my time playing video games, trying to just avoid growing up, I guess. But... I do remember just kind of sitting in my head day after day for years, like thinking, like just feedback loops, right? Like, where did I go wrong? What if I tried this? What if I, maybe I should have just been a sellout and kept doing gear reviews nonstop till I got sick in the head. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe my content is horrible. And it was just kind of like a lot of like external thinking, right? Like, what do they call it? Like, there's a psychology word. I'm trying to get all psychology on you guys. Extrinsic. A lot of like extrinsic thoughts, basically, like a lot of extrinsic value placed on like what other people would be thinking, like would they like it, is it going to be good enough, like. But yeah, so the result was crippling depression and anxiety and kind of like imposter syndrome and things like that. But yeah, the truth is you can't control outcomes, and you can work really hard, like it's good, like be a hard worker. That's, you learn as much as you can, know as much as you can, but at the end of the day, like that's as much as you can do. That's as far as you can go in that process and have control over it. Everything else past that point is completely out of your hands, and it makes zero sense to expel energy towards trying to control an outcome that you literally have zero control over.
And the number 2 nozzle won't work either. What? Are you for real?
At the end of the day, once you pass a certain point of effort or quality, it's going to become invisible to the average viewer. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't try your hardest to make good work, or make it as good as it can be, but it's important to understand the fine line difference between what you're doing to make yourself happy and what you're doing to make others happy, right? Because if you're spending 4 to 5 a.m. editing a video that nobody's going to see, like, that nobody's going to see it, but you're still doing it anyway. So in reality, deep down, you're doing it to make yourself happy, which is good. I've been kind of in like a bit of an interesting bind, like career-wise lately. I'm kind of at a point where like I want a career change, but I don't, but like it's like kind of safe to stay where I'm at, but like I'm also like not super happy doing what I'm doing, but it's stable. And I've kind of hit the point in my life, like as an adult, where I can't just not have a job anymore. Like that's not an option. I can't really just live at home because like I moved out and stuff, so I can't really do what I did when I was in like my late teens and early 20s and just, you know, live at home and kind of just be a NEET. But I came to this realization looking back that I missed out on a lot of time that I could have spent developing and nurturing relationships with like myself and others, and like what I was making, and just like kind of really enjoyed the process more, you know, and kind of just appreciating my efforts and valuing it for what it's worth and what it meant to me and stuff like that. Social media kind of has a funny way of rubbing in your face, like, or kind of amplifying any insecurities you might already feel about your own life or yourself. And it kind of has a funny way of like rubbing in your face how unhappy your life could be, or it can make you feel like every possible combination of like being inferior on a single screen. I think that's kind of funny, but like just if you go on like your YouTube recommended, just like look at how much sensationalism there is in every single title. It's like I think like when I watch like Call of Duty content, it's like every other title now has like bold words racist in it, and it's like, oh my gosh, like chill. Anyways, I'm getting beside myself. Call of Duty sucks, but lots of content now on social media and YouTube. All social media is just extremely silly and sensationalized and not really realistic, and that can be really damaging for somebody who maybe doesn't get out much, or somebody who hasn't really developed that sense of self yet, somebody who's still trying to kind of come to terms with who they are and what they want to be and stuff like that. But I guess I'll finish this off with an interesting comment I stumbled upon on Reddit. It's kind of about like selling your art and being a perfectionist could ultimately lead to. And it kind of goes back to like when I was saying that you're putting all the extra effort in for yourself, not other people. But so the first comment, the second one's the best one, but the first one that the good one replies to says, the moment you monetize something you love and are passionate about, it's no longer just yours. It also relies on the taste, opinions of the people paying for it. So better to turn something you really love into a hobby rather than a job, in my honest opinion. IMHO, right? Because it's Reddit, acronyms on everything. This guy replies, yep, one of my good friends has been making a decent living as a freelance artist, but is trying to find a corporate job now because she feels like it's sucking the passion out of her, which is ironic because I work a corporate job and I'm at the point where I can't stand it. It's sucked all the passion out of me. Unless you're someone at the very tippy top of your field, like, I don't know who that is, just probably like a really good artist or something. Following your passion usually just means you're using a skill you developed for your passion to do something uninteresting for someone else. And then this guy right here at the bottom, yeah, this is me right now. Yeah, that's it. I agree. Same. I never until now realized that I was putting all that extra effort in for myself, and it wasn't really. That's one of the things that YouTube kind of sensationalizes and makes it seem like everything has to be like this gigantic monstrous adventure of a YouTube video. Thanks, Mr. Beast. So just post whatever you want, post however you want, any way you want. Just don't extradite that thing that's supposed to be personal and like fun and passion to others, because it's just gonna ruin it, basically. You should just enjoy it for what it is and not try to like subject yourself to that, because you could have made a really good piece of art or a really good cool thing that was 60% effort instead of that top 1% amount of effort from somebody. So don't shoot your ideas down, just make them. It's fun. Just have fun with it. Stop obsessing over impressing other artists and just impress yourself. Way more fulfilling. Take the possibility of this ever being a full-time career completely out of the equation, and you'll enjoy it way more. This has been Running on Empty Food Review. But yeah, so that's it. This has been Brent Patrick. Peace out. 'Cause I'll never be